Hello and welcome. I'm George Pierce. I'm the founder of Internet Marketer Training, and I do want to thank you for watching. This video is about creating a title, and I don't know if you're like me, but I think a lot of people are. Titles are just not one of the things that come to me very naturally. I just seem to have difficulty. I've gotten a little better at it over the years, but it still just doesn't seem to flow. So if that's the case with you, if titles seem to be frustrating, and if titles just don't seem to come naturally, then this is what this video is all about. This video is to help you be able to create better titles, and what I'm going to share with you is mainly some of the tools that help me anyways, and I think they'll help you. There's some incredible free tools. I mean, just incredible tools that will really make a big difference as far as the title. And the reason why this video is so important is because your title is so important. This video is part of a video training series to help you with your YouTube website. Now, actually, this is going to work for YouTube creators or YouTubers. It's also going to work if you've got a blog or a website or whatever, because the title or the headline, basically, it's the same thing, and of course, the same principles are going to apply. But if you can create a title that is going to grab attention, then that's going to mean more viewers, and more viewers means more likes, more comments, more subscribers, etc. on your website, perhaps more click-throughs. So the whole idea is it's a very important step in video creation, or as well as web page creation. So this will help you with that. Now I'm going to give you a few tips that there's probably hundreds of tips that I could give you, but there's several things that will help your title stand out. One of the things that I found is that if you can make your title in the form of a question, so you ask people a question engages your visitor or potential or prospective visitor. It's going to engage their mind. So that's the whole idea of your title, is to engage, is to grab that attention, engage that reader or prospect. So if you can engage their mind, you've got a better chance of them coming to your video or website, etc. So the idea of a question, which this is, this particular video is in the form of a question, or the title is. And I'm going to show you the process that I went through, actually, some of the steps that I went through to come up with a title for this particular video. And actually I come up with a couple of titles that I thought were pretty good, and chose this one. But I'm going to show you the steps that are involved with that. But I want to give you one other tip, and that is how to. If your video is a how-to video, for one thing, that has a much better chance of better what's called viewer retention, which means your viewers are more likely to watch that video all the way through to the end, because they want to know how it comes out. It's like a good story. You want to know how it ends. Well, on a how-to, you need to be able to stay with the video to get to the end. So that's the advantage of a how-to. Plus how-to, whatever it is, how-to. In fact, that was my choice on this particular video, was a how-to or the title that I come up with. So those are two tips. And the third tip, and the last one I'm going to give you, and then we're going to get to the tools. The last tip is number. Use a number. In other words, don't just say there are ways to improve, how to improve, maybe 7 ways to improve, 3 ways to improve, 2 ways to improve. It just, if you put a number in front of it, it's going to have better results. That's been tested to be proven. So, and you can do a split test if you want to. It simply means you can run one title without a number, and run one title with a number, see which one does better. And you'll find virtually 100% of the time, statistically anyway, you'll find that more people are going to go to that title. That's going to have more gravity. That's going to draw more people in with that number. So numbers, questions, or how to do something. So let's get to some of the tools that I think I want to share with you. Some are good, some are not so good, and that's the other thing that I want to share with you, is that some are not so good. And I hate to do anything that's negative. That's not the intent. I'm not trying to badmouth any particular headline creator, but there are probably hundreds of creators out there, and unless you're aware that some are good, some are bad, you might end up hooking up with a creator that's not so good, and therefore your titles are not so good. And well, doggone it, George Pierce told me to use a title creator, a headline creator, and it's not doing the job. Well, it's possible that I'm giving you bad advice, but that's really not true. What is much more probable is that you are just not using maybe the title creator that's going to work for you, or the headline creator. So there are some good anyway, there are some bad, and I'm going to share some of that with you. So let's get to it. And what I've done is I've taken you to the Headline Smasher. This is not my favorite title creator, but the reason why I took you here is because it's got a lot of crazy titles, but it's sometimes good to help you come up with an idea. So if you're kind of just can't seem to even get an idea, then this may be a place where I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you use the title, but maybe the gist or the nucleus of a title to get an idea to create the rest of the title, or at least some keywords or something to build it around. Now I'm going to take you to HubSpot. HubSpot's topic generator, and this is a tool that will only give you 5 options, but I'm just going to put in title, and it'll give you expectations versus reality. You'll get 5 ideas that might help you at least towards. And what I'll do is sometimes I'll kind of walk myself through these different title creators. Depends on how much trouble I'm having. If I've got the keywords, chances are I'm actually going to go to this next one and skip the first 2. But I consider these first 2. Let me go just show you this anyway, because there are 5. This is the third next big thing. Title creation explained in fewer than 140 characters. And this week's top stories about. This one is my favorite as far as headlines, as far as helping me to think of a headline. I can put in title creation like I'm doing here, and click the button, and next thing I know, the next thing is what you're going to get is 700 headlines. So with 700 headlines, there's quite a bit of information, quite a bit of help. So this should put you or I on the right track. We should be able to, with just this one tool alone, usually coming up with a headline is going to work. So that's the idea of it. Some people will spend days trying to come up with a headline, and here you can spend seconds and come up with 700 headlines. So the next thing I want is Advanced Marketing Institute's Headline Analyzer. And what this will do is, what you're trying to do here is get a score of 50% or better. Even above 30% is good, but I strive to get 50%. And you simply type in your headline and analyze it and see what kind of a score you get. So I analyzed quite a few different titles, but I want to share. Does creating titles leave you frustrated? That was one of the ones that I analyzed. How good are your titles? You can see I got a 20%. That's pretty sad. I shoot for 50% or better, and sometimes I can't do it, but I wanted to show you that it is possible how to create titles again 50%. So the idea is to play around with different words and change your title around. Try to get a 50%. This is an emotional, it's based on emotion. So add words such as love, hate, frustration, aggravation, add emotional type words into your title. And that's not just good, a better way to score, but that's good advice. So that's part of what you want to do is to improve that score. And the better the score, the chances are the better that you're going to connect, the better that you're going to grab that visitor, grab their attention, engage that visitor, and bring them to your video or to your website or whatever it is that you're trying to bring them to. So the idea that's why that title is so important. So at the tail end, I touched upon emotion. And if you can add something that will connect with their emotion or with their 5 physical senses, taste, smell, sight, can you feel, can you taste, can you touch? How does it feel? I used the word frustrated. I ended up with using the word frustrated. I could have used aggravated. And if I were a professional, I might know the exact word, and I don't. But I believe that most of us on YouTube are in the same boat. So that's why these tools are so terrific, because they can help the average Joe or the average Jill to compete with the truly talented people. And I have nothing against them, and hooray for them. But I'm trying to help you and me and everybody else to level that playing field. And these tools will help us to level the playing field. Otherwise, they're going to get all the views, and we're not. And that's not the way I want it. I don't think that's the way you want it either. So these tools will help us to level the playing field. And again, an emotion, love, hate, frustration, aggravation, etc. And if you can use the only way in other words, creating titles for me is frustrating, and I don't mean to be. I hate to even go into negatives. I try to be positive at all times, but it's just difficult. So the tools take the difficulty out of it. So if it's difficult for you, use the tools. Give them a try. I think you'll be very happy you did. You're going to get better titles, and that's going to mean more viewers and more likes and comments and subscribers, etc. So I hope this video has been of help to you. You'll find a link below to the first video in this series. You'll find a link below to the next video in the series when that video comes out. Of course, at this moment, it's not posted, but when it is posted, you'll find a link to the next video as well. And the next video is going to be really ties in with titles. It's going to be about your thumbnails, and you have to have a catchy thumbnail. You have to have a catchy title. You don't have to, but if you would like to get any results, you have to. So, assuming that you want results, just like I want results, and I believe almost everybody else wants results. Otherwise, what's the sense of putting that stuff on YouTube? And I don't care even if you're doing it just because you love what you're doing. Why not get more people to watch your videos so you can share it with more people, and then you can share that love with more people. So it's just going to help you do a better job. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching. My name is George Pierce, so you'll find links below to all the tools, what we've talked about. You'll also find a Join Us link. That is to the Internet Marketers Training Center. And you don't have to join us, but if you would like more information, it's free. The membership is free, so you're welcome to join us, and it'll just help you with other areas or some of the areas of internet marketing, which, as far as I'm concerned, anybody that's on the internet needs to know a little about internet marketing. So here's a chance to get it. And of course, I invite you to subscribe, because that way you won't miss out on the videos. And there's a lot of great stuff that I'd like to share with you, as well as, by the way, each week I have what's called a weekly giveaway, and I try to have it about every week or so. I also have what's called a pick of the week, and that's usually a tool or something that's going to help you and help me with internet marketing. Oftentimes it's free, and so that I usually have a pick of the week as well. So there's a couple of reasons right there why it's really a great idea to subscribe. And I know a lot of people are banner blind. You don't see banners anymore. I understand you also don't see that subscribe button. By the way, it's over there. But you're welcome to subscribe, and that way you won't miss out. So, and I encourage you to do so. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. My name again is George Pierce, Internet Marketer Training, and we're here to help.